Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Burt and Burger podcast. I am one of your hosts, Burger, and I am with my cousin Bert. How you doing today, Bert?
Wonderful. How about yourself?
Like we were saying before this, I feel like I'm getting ready for like a porno or something. Like I'm so nervous for this. I don't know why. It's not really much different than what we've been doing, but I don't know.
Very naked.
Yeah.
Exposed.
Yeah, I feel all exposed. It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the first ever podcast episode of the Burton Burger podcast. We're happy to have all of you guys listening to us today. Now, this may come to a surprise to some of you, but we've never done this before. We haven't been on a podcast before. We haven't been on TV or anything like that. So this is kind of new. So it's going to be a huge shit show for a while. How many episodes do you think it's going to take before we become professionals?
Oh, probably around the 70, 80 mark.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. Well, we'll make sure we write that down. So when we're at the 70, 80
Oh,
80
yeah.
mark, we should definitely be up there with Mr. Rogan and the fam.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, so just to tell you a little bit about the show here, it's really nothing special. I mean, there's
Mhm.
nothing to be excited here. It's just two guys getting together talking about literally everything. So, to kind of just introduce one another a little bit. Bert and I are actually cousins. We probably don't want to go into too much more information about that because Bert wants to be an FBI agent and he can't have people
Mhm.
come back and find this, So when he's sitting here talking about pedophilia and things like that, it won't look so good on the resume.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, no, we're actually cousins though. It's a little bit different. You have all these gay people and their friends making podcasts, and we're like, you know what? Let's bring the family aspect to it. Let's make it wholesome
Oh, yeah.
as we talk about balls and wieners and shit like that. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a podcast about everything, and we're just gonna kind of wing it and eyeball it. So I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking, so feel free to interrupt me like you do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, hold back for the special occasion. But, yeah. Did we, want to go into detail about what kind of stuff we were going to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, we're really fucking weird, so we're gonna be talking about all the big topics of the world, like video games, the topics that make people get really
Hmm.
hard, stuff that has lots of masculinity behind it, be like video games, movies, music, TV shows. Those are our big things, but also I'm kind of like a, I don't know, I don't want to say a history buff.
Mhm.
Is that the right word? Maybe faggot is a
Probably.
better word.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
uh, so I like to like learn about random facts throughout history and stuff. So I have a fuck ton of just YouTube channels and Facebook pages and all sorts of shit that I follow that have like really weird and random shit on it. So I figured we would talk about just some random stories that I came across that are really weird and fucked up. So that'll probably be a big staple of stuff. And also just talking about
Mhm.
sports a little bit. Bert and I are in a fantasy league together, fantasy football league. So we'll talk
Oh, yeah.
about
The
how
best.
Bert won the championship 2 times in a row. He's pretty fucking good at fantasy
Mhm.
football and NFL stuff. We'll talk a lot about, and yeah, am I forgetting anything exciting?
Just like you have your own special interests, I have
Mm.
mine. I'll probably be going into, some different big scientific, if anything fancy happens, any cancer research developments, just super nerdy stuff. Maybe even just, the occasional China making the human pig hybrids. You never know. and some technology, maybe some new smartphones that come out, some I don't know, just anything big that happens, in the world of science, technology.
Yeah,
I will probably be delving in on that
big
stuff.
9-incher stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
cool. Yeah, so just talking a little bit about everything, boys and girls, probably men,
hmm
unless oh,
Hopefully.
lots of men. I'm guessing
Oh
that's what
yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be. I think so far
yeah. That's what I'm doing this for.
so far I think we've had like 4 people say they're gonna listen to this, and we're like, fuck yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting messaged by more of them. Like, I don't know when it's gonna end.
Damn, damn. How many friends you
Yeah,
got over there?
a lot. Like more than 5, but less than 10.
Gotcha. Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I don't even like consider you a friend just because you're a cuz. So I
hmm
think the only like I have like maybe 3 friends, 3 good friends.
Yeah,
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 that's exactly how many friends I thought I was gonna have when I was 7.
yeah.
I thought I was
It's
gonna
more
have
deep.
all of these fucking friends and be Mr. Popular. Nope. Same guys I've been talking to since like 6th fucking grade.
Yeah, it's too high maintenance. You start dipping in on too many people. It's like too much to keep track of.
Yeah, no, I'm just uh yeah, people are I can only handle people for so long. I love people. I'm a huge people person, but I just get tired of
hmm
motherfuckers, and you can't say that to people. You can't be like, dude, I don't.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
tired of
you
you.
can.
Yeah, well, that's probably why I only have 3 friends then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of friends, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the name that we gave ourselves here for the BurtnBurger
Oh yeah.
podcast. Yeah. So, I had a friend that I was pretty tight with him in high school, and he had the Instagram username BurtnBurger, and his last name was Bert, and he just threw kind of made it up, I guess. I don't know, but I remember when we were in high school, like I wanted to start some like Let's Play channel or something like that, and he'd be Bert and I'd be Burger, and he's just like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm like, okay. So that idea fell through pretty fast, and then me and you were talking about kind of starting a podcast up, and I remember when we were playing Xbox, I was like, all right, we're gonna start a podcast. I'm gonna call it BurtnBurger, and you're like, okay. And I was like, here
Yeah.
we are.
It didn't take too much convincing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's literally where the name came from. Was one of my good buddies' usernames. And don't worry, I checked his Instagram. He no longer has that anymore. He changed it to something more normal, I guess.
Ooh.
He's like, you know what? I don't want to sound like I'm fucking retarded anymore. So we're like, all right, we'll do it for you.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have to scoop that up before too long.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have to
Have
make
to make a note.
what is that? A website domain for it or whatever. Make sure people
Oh yeah.
don't take it before it gets too big.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of where it came from. Like one of my buddies had it, and we just split up the names. So it may be a surprise to you guys, but my real name really isn't Burger.
It's
You're
pretty
just sitting there like
close.
shit in your pants. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So I'm really it's going to be a matter of time before we call each other our real names on this thing.
hmm
It's going to happen eventually. I'm going to be so scared when that happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you wanna kind of talk about why we want to be a little bit sneaky snakes on this whole thing?
Oh, just we each of us kind of have our own somewhat professional backgrounds that, if you dickheads, end up getting rambunctious and trying to make trouble, we have our asses.
Yeah,
And that's the main idea.
professional, such a weird word to associate
Oh
with
yeah.
us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, and it's literally just that. Uh, my career that I'm going into, it would suffer greatly if this kind of stuff was out in the open.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's not an incentive to look for us. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, it's whatever. So I'm willing to let my career die and the hundreds of thousands of dollars I spent into college go to shit for this podcast. I would do it in a
Oh yeah.
fucking heartbeat. Wouldn't even think
Hmm.
twice about it.
No.
So, but yeah, I mean, we can give out some basic information as it comes up, but yeah, no. Plus, none of you nosy bastards need to know that kind
Yeah.
of juicy information, anyways. Let's be honest, the only person that needs to know that is the Lord. Am I right, Burger?
Mm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
so, so yeah, no. So let's get going. We got some topics here. Where do you feel like starting, Bert? Where are we going?
Um, I don't know. I mean, this kind of seems like more introduction stuff with
Yeah, boy, are
Mr.
we?
Special.
I don't know if we should be opening that can of worms already. We gotta just
Yeah,
put
I
the
know.
tip in for our audience here. We don't want to make them start their eyes watering too fast.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
Oh
point.
boy. Well, I guess we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you want me to take the reins on it?
Um, Actually, it might be better if I do.
Okay,
So,
go right ahead.
so,
He's
you
your
know,
he's
we're,
he's our baby, so treat him
oh
with
yeah.
care.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So, I personally, you're looking at this podcast, you see, Burger and myself, and you think, wow, these guys are really cool, right? But we don't hold a flame to the legendary Uncle Scott. Now, he's not my uncle, but he is Burger's uncle, and he is one of the most special humans on the entire planet, and possibly, like, backwards and forwards in time, just forever.
And also, like, probably literally special.
Yeah, yeah, it's not, I don't know if it's medically documented, but he definitely has some serious screws loose. But it makes him the perfect, upstanding gentleman that he is.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess I can jump into this a little bit here. I have this uncle, and uh, where do I begin with this majestic creature? He's I don't know how I would describe my uncle Scott, but he's a piece of work. So he is 50 years old. He is living in a one bedroom apartment that is very cheap and very disgusting. And he works at Walmart and he drives around a moped and just isn't doing a whole lot with his life. And he just don't care. He's just living his best life. He's just taking it one day at a time with a big old smile on his face. And
It's kind of
he's got,
beautiful.
yeah, he's got quite the person. He's an inspiration almost to some. Like,
Yeah.
he's very honest. You'll be like, Scott, why the hell are you not doing anything with your life? He'll be like, lazy. That's all he'll say. Lazy, don't feel like it.
Hmm.
My uncle is one of the laziest people you'll ever meet in your life because he won't even walk downstairs to piss at night. He'll just piss in a garbage can and he'll piss out the window. And he and this this new apartment he's in, I peeked in there one time and there. I'm not even kidding, Bert. There was like 1,000 fucking pop cans in there, all empty, all Mountain Dew. Scott's a
Yeah.
diabetic too. He's not supposed to be drinking pop, and here he is having a leaning tower of fucking Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
dude's gonna die any second. He's already had 2 heart attacks, and here he is just build. He's just burying himself in Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah.
And the other day, my mom brother went to go pick up his pop cans and take them to Walmart, and they were still full. Some of
Oh
them,
my god.
and it turns out, yeah, like they went and told Scott that they went to Walmart and like, Scott, there's why are these some of those full? Why some of these full? And he's like, well, I pee in them. I pee in them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my little brother, he's just like fucking disgusted, just traumatized that poor bastard. He's like, I don't want to go back there and touch his pop cans again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, son of a bitch. Yeah, and they were all probably sticky. They probably had Scott's piss sticking to their. Oh my goodness! So Scott's just something else. Like in this podcast, we really wanna. That's the whole point in this podcast is probably just to make Scott famous.
Oh yeah.
That's all we want to do. We want to get him a vlog channel on YouTube, and you know,
He's got some serious potential.
yeah, no, and we'll have to work on ways so we can show you guys some pictures of him because how would you describe his dressing, like how he dresses up?
It's like I don't even know how to it's almost kind of like minimalist, but it's like it's so simple-minded that it's like extremely fashionable. Like he always like combines his hats, his overalls, like everything together just goes perfect.
Yeah, and he always has big gaudy jewelry.
Oh
Always.
yeah.
He's always just bouncing some bling off of the fucking sun into your eyes just all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The
Stunting, Uncle Scott.
Yeah, so we'll have to show you some pictures of him, some of
We
the
can
way he dresses.
we can probably link it in Spotify.
Yeah, yeah, they're like in the description or something like that. There might be like a little, we'll put a little cute slideshow with some pretty music.
Oh yeah.
Um, but we'll have to. You know what would be a good idea, Bert, is that the famous video that started it all.
Oh my God, you need to find that.
Yeah, we might have to upload that audio for here for the podcast because you don't need to see the video. You just need to hear what he's saying.
Oh yeah.
So that might actually be a good idea. We might throw that in for you guys sometime.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason or the moment I realized I had something special with my uncle here, like true fame here, to where we could be in the stars someday with the greats. I feel like his agent now, I guess.
Oh yeah. He needs it.
was Yeah, was when him and I were sitting together in a truck, and Scott talks to himself a lot. And it sounds bad, but he'll just sit there and just say random phrases all the time. And he won't be talking to me specifically. He'll just be saying random shit. And to me, it's normal. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it. I've been with the guy my whole life, so I don't think much of it. I just sit there and laugh. And other times I sit there and say,
Mm-hmm.
"Shut the fuck up! God damn, you're so annoying." But one time I decided to secretly record it, and I recorded him talking for like 2 or 3 minutes, and the video just blew up. Like I started showing my friends, and everyone was talking about it around school, and it was getting around and everything like that. And it's not like on a website or anything that you can look at, but um, it's definitely accessible to where we might do that. So the world needs to see this man. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to get that audio up there sometime. I think that'd be great.
For sure. Yeah,
But
it would be perfect.
yeah, yeah, no, I'm excited. So, but yeah, Scott tells me all these stories, and I tell everybody these stories, and people love these stories with Scott. Like I tell you what, guys, I'm not Scott. His life is so like sad and pathetic, and he'll tell you that too. He'll tell you that right when you meet him. His life is so sad that literally getting a job at Walmart was probably the best thing that could happen to him. I'm,
Uh,
I'm not kidding. So, um, he him getting a job at Walmart was literally perfect. So, um, I'll try to make sure every podcast episode I have a story I can bring from him or talk about him in some way. Like I'll just
oh yeah.
I'll bring out I think I'll bring the shopping cart story out right now just so people can get a good feel. You think so?
Yeah,
You
set
think
the
so?
ambiance.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So one more story about my uncle Scott. We'll move on here. Um, One time Scott was talking to me and he said, you know, when I back in my greeting days at the coal mine, did I say breeding days or greeting days?
Probably one and the same. I don't know, honestly. He probably got ass at Walmart.
Yeah. Oh, so Scott used to be a Walmart greeter. Now he's in maintenance. He
hmm
cleans shitters. That's all he does. What do you do? Clean shitters. That's what he says. um, but anyways, he said back in my greeting days at the coal mine, there's this big row of shopping carts, and I had to push them into the spot or something. So I go back to the end of the shopping carts and I go and I push real hard and the fuckers are heavy, you know. They're not easy to move. So I caught my breath and then I go back and I give it a real good push and I shit my pants.
hmm
he
As you
he's
do.
he actually shit his pants. Scott shits his pants all the time. I can't. I got so many stories of him shitting his pants. He's like a fucking toddler. Um, and he says, I just gave him a good push and just shit my pants right there on the spot.
God.
And he said he shit his pants, and then he went to the bathroom at Walmart, and he says he just took his underwear off and left them right there.
hmm Let somebody else clean him up.
He probably left it for his good buddy to in the maintenance department to go clean his shit up.
You signed it. Fuck you.
Yeah. The guy who said Scott was probably sitting there at the subway in Walmart, and someone's like, "Someone just left shitty fucking underwear in the stall." Scott's like, "Who did that?
Yeah.
What
Don't
kind
know
of
where those
asshole
came
does
from.
that?"
Yeah. Hey, where are you keeping them though? I might need them back.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
hmm
So, but yeah, so we'll talk about Scott a little bit. That's just a little baby story that he has. But I just want you to think of an old 50-year-old man not doing anything with his life, shitting his pants, pushing shopping carts at Walmart. So,
Yeah, he's the ideal
Walmart
human.
people, yeah, he's
Yeah.
exactly how I want to be when
Yes.
I grow up.
hmm Exactly.
Uh, So, yeah, that is a good intro to Uncle Scott. What are we thinking now?
I don't know. We moving on to stories or New Year resolution. It is early or I guess about mid-January when we're recording this. So,
Yeah, I guess we could talk about how our progress is going on our New Year's resolution. How's yours going, Bert?
oh, spectacular! About as good as you'd imagine.
Yeah, you want to remind us what the resolution is again?
So back at the start of the new year, Burger here had the great idea of making a resolution for me because I obviously wasn't going to. So his plan is to hook me up with you
Oh
know
boy.
yeah, exactly. I can do that pretty easily. I have usually more of a feminine appearance, long hair and all that. I definitely got that covered, but the other side, not so much. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so my New Year's resolution is to get Bert on a date. That's it. I'm not trying to get his dick sucked. I'm not trying to get him to jam it in someone's ass. I just want him to go on a date because how many dates have you gone on, Bert? It's like a really low number, like 6 or 7, something pathetic like that.
oh, yeah, it's really hard, I can't keep track, but
Yeah.
it's close to around 0, pretty close to there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't know. I have a problem with that. I feel like as a cousin, I haven't been
Mm.
doing it good.
Yeah, you have the obligation.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
it's my duty to get you on a date with somebody, and we got close, kind of. Not really, not even remotely close. I forgot. Never mind. That was a bad example. Remember my ex's sister? I tried so hard to get your number.
Yeah, yeah, I ended up screwing that one up. I could pull that up real quick if you wanted to go over that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot how did that go again? All I know is like she's like, "Yeah, give me his number," and you sent her like one message, and then she just stopped talking to you after that.
Yeah, yeah, I was giving her number, and I'm like, well, I'm always very elaborate, I gotta get the perfect text, I don't want to screw anything up, first impressions are important. Now, I can't find the exact text, but it went along, hey, you are so and so, right? My friend gave me your number, right? And she says, nope, and proceeded to give me a fake name. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I said, that's cool. No big deal. My name's Ralph. And obviously, well, I guess you guys probably don't know, but my name is not Ralph. And she proceeded to not say
You sound like a
anything.
Ralph
Yeah, exactly.
or
And
Rolf.
she didn't say anything. So I'm like, well, you know, my name's Ralph. And my friends like to call me, in this case, it'd be Bert because we are staying confidential. But yeah, nah, Ralph, but my friends call me Bert. So I, of course, as expected, received no other texts, and I guess I must have deleted the number out of my phone because that's a dead end. Not wasting any more time there.
She's probably just so wet from all that. She's still trying to swim out of it, dude.
Yeah, I know. Had to screenshot it and everything. Save it for later.
I like that. Hey, is this blah blah blah? She's just like, nope.
Nope. This is, yeah, proceeds to give me some obviously fake name, even though I know it's her number.
You're like, obviously, this isn't you because I can see you type this to me right now.
Hmm.
That's what you should have said.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah. I don't know.
I.
It looks like it's you.
It looks like you're texting me right now. Who are you texting then?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good way to
So
get yourself put on a list.
yeah, and what about your the best friend that you made on Tinder? How did that how did that
Oh,
go?
well, that app. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I do have longer hair and kind of a sometimes scruffy appearance. So, about 90% of the matches were all looking for drugs, obviously. And the one that I did end up, getting Snapchat, talking to every once in a while, had to make sure it was blatantly clear that she basically had a boyfriend and proceeded to tell me about how good he is at fucking, how big his schlong is, and all the things that you're looking for when you're talking to a girl you're
That's
potentially interested in. But yeah, so it was perfect. That was my best experience. Yeah.
started off strong.
Mhm. Yeah.
Bert's just like, oh, I finally got a girl's Snapchat. She's like, now let me tell you about my man's dick.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's like, wow, that's impressive. He ain't got shit on me, but
Yeah, Bert's like, that is a nice dick.
yeah.
I'm
Damn,
gonna
could you
be
send me a
honest.
picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As jealous as I may be, I am impressed.
Yeah.
Game recognizes game.
Exactly. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh
I do have
shit!
that other one too.
Is
I
that
do
the one
have
that you went to that rock concert with?
rock concert is putting it lightly. She
Yeah,
ended up
fucking
saying
mosh
she
pit.
wasn't too comfortable, yeah, going to this concert on her own. And I looked up the band. I'm like, hey, you know what? I've listened to this band a couple times. I'm into more, rock, punk music and all that. And I'm like, yeah, I've listened to their music. But they were one of the It's like sometimes with these bands, there's the headliner, and then there's all the people underneath them. There's tag along bands and all that. And so they were one of
Mm-hmm.
the tag along bands, and I ended up getting there, and it's like a bar and everything. They gotta check your ID and all that, and get in there, and the first song, it was just like blood curdled screaming, and they got the fucking music cranked. And I'm trying to look through the crowd and find this girl, and she's just up front banging her fucking head. And I'm like, oh boy, what did I get myself into? Because I think of myself as more of a nerdy or nice kind of guy and all that, and I'm just looking at myself next to these people with fucking shaved heads and tattoos, and they're wearing bro tanks and shit. And then like halfway through, they start doing a fucking mosh pit. The center of the building opens up, and people are throwing their bodies into each other, and I'm trying to catch these motherfuckers and throwing them back in the ring. It's like it was insanity. It was an experience to say the least.
For the
Uh,
mosh pit, you just see
I
people
could use
circling around you.
yeah, it's like I'm about to get
They're
fucked.
licking their lips like, damn, you do got
Yeah.
some long hair on you.
Yeah, I decided to do my hair that night too. Got my nice curls already, and everybody's like, what the fuck is this guy doing here?
Well, yeah, because I remember this was when you came down and you saw
Mm-hmm.
me at college to spend the night,
Mm-hmm.
and we walked there earlier to so you could see where to
Yeah.
go, and yeah, I remember walking there, and like I
Oh
knew where it
God.
was, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really think that's a good area. But I try to make Bert feel comfortable and everything because he's going on a date with a lady, and he was excited and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, when we go there, and that's that's when the homeless man stopped us for money, and we gave him money, and then he asked you for more money, and then you gave him more money.
Yeah, I was scared. I was getting to the bottom of my wallet. The only thing I had left was $100 for gas. Like, this motherfucker is not getting this.
He's
Feel
looking
bad
in
and
your
all that, but I need
wallet
to
and
get back
raising his
home.
eyebrows. Like, you got some more in there?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I learned that day to not make eye contact and smile at pretty much anybody on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you ignore them and don't treat them like people and stuff, you usually do a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just remember that we give him money and he looks at it like, more,
Yeah.
please.
I mean, shit. I guess I'm not gonna lie to you.
And
Yeah.
I couldn't believe he gave him more money, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. You ended up giving him like $3. I give him 13. He's like, I could really use $30. I kind of wanted to buy some food and all that. I'm like, shit, he wants to buy food. I can't deny this man a meal.
Yeah, homeless people, if you see Bert in the street, just be like, yo, I really want some Outback tonight.
Yeah, dining like a king.
Gosh, I want to stay in a mansion for the week.
Yeah, I got a couple $1,000. I could really use it.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, the place looked like just like a skinhead camp, like a neo-Nazi kind of shit going on, and I'm just like, son of a gun, dude. This is gonna be
Yeah,
fun, Bert.
he's gonna have fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hmm.
So Bert's been doing really good with the ladies lately.
Hmm.
With people just um, acting like they don't know who he is, to girls want to talk about their man's meat, and
Hmm.
going to a fucking Nazi bar.
Oh yeah.
He knows how to find them. So
Hmm.
um, now his big cousin, on the other hand, Mr. Burger here, I've been on a few more, so I'm trying to use my expert advice here to help him out. But just because I've been on a few more dates, I want to say doesn't mean shit, because I've had some bad bad times too, and that's something I kind of wanted to bring up today because I had a very recent date that
Mhm.
didn't go very well.
Yeah, I remember we touched on that a little bit, but
Yeah,
had to save it for the podcast.
yeah, no,
Hmm.
it was rough. So I'll talk about this date, but um, I'll save you all the fun, sexy time details because those were also very non-existent. Um, so this was last week, and I had class at 3 o'clock, and I was in a Discord call with Bert here, and we were kind of planning things for the podcast, and we're wrapping up our planning and talking about things that we want to talk about because this is a real high end podcast, guys. You know,
Oh
this
yeah,
has so much
yeah,
planning
nothing
into
less
it.
than the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You should see the $600 microphone I'm talking onto right now. Um,
Hmm.
but right before I went to class, I got the hiccups, and uh, Bert and I hang out a lot, and it's pretty frequent for me to get the hiccups,
Hmm.
especially when we're consuming alcohol together.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. We don't let any funky stuff go on, but we just have fun. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
We get pretty close, but
yeah. Every time we end up drinking, we get real close to just straight butt fucking.
fingers going some places.
Yeah, like from ass to
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah. Human centipede shit.
Yeah, we like the incest shit. But anyways,
Hmm.
um, I get the hiccups, and I don't think much of it. It's normal for me to get the hiccups. It's nothing special. But when I do get the hiccups, sometimes they get tragic, guys. Like
Hmm.
they get bad. So I'm going, and I'm getting ready for class, and I'm noticing these hiccups are they got a little bit more oomph to them, they got a little bit more power behind them. And I'm like, this is going to be interesting because I have two classes in the next 6 hours from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. So this should be fun.
Hmm.
So I get to class and I sit down and I sit by my whatever I don't know what I want to call her. She's an ex-girlfriend, but it's very complicated.
Yeah.
Don't date a classmate, guys. It's tough. So I sit by her, and I'm trying to make some things work between her and I. Burton hears stories all the time about how sometimes things are going really
Oh
good and
yes.
sometimes things are going fucking terrible, and it's just on and off again, and all sorts of shit. So I'm trying to be,
Hmm.
this cool guy, smelling fresh and looking good in a shirt and everything. And I sit by her, and she gives me a little sexy little smile like she does, and then I hiccup and shit my pants at the fucking same time. And but I think I hiccup so loud that you couldn't hit the fucking queef come out.
Hmm. That's good.
So
That's strategic.
yeah, yeah,
You know what you're doing. Don't
yeah,
lie.
yep. I timed it up. So I just
Yeah.
first thing I said to her, I was just like, I got the hiccups so goddamn bad today. I got them so bad. She's like, quiet, shh, stop. You're gonna get us in trouble. Shh, quiet. I'm just like, I'll try. And class goes on, guys, and these hiccups are literally making my ass leave the seat and smack down into the chair. Like, these fuckers got some weight behind them. And I'm just hiccuping away, and I'm letting out the most girliest, childish squeaks of all time. Just a little every 10 seconds.
Yeah, you were trying not to nut.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's probably what they thought I was doing. They probably I was
Yeah.
tugging one out
The
back
fuck are
there.
those two doing in the back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. She's just sitting there, like, hiding her face in her hands, and I'm just like, every 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I had people turn around and look at me, and people turn from the side and look, and I'm just like, holy shit. These sons of bitches go on for like another hour. I'm just hiccuping, just pretty much spitting blood at this point. It's terrible. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, like, uh, I was starting to get some serious throat damage after a while for how hard these things were coming out.
Yeah, you're
Finally,
getting abs.
yeah, I've probably had a six
Mm-hmm.
packs too by the end of it. But I
Mm-hmm.
finally I said, fuck this, I gotta go. So like an hour and a half in the class, I get up and I go to the drinking fountain, and I'm trying to get rid of these sons of bitches. And there's this trick that I learned like in elementary school where if you hold your breath and plug your ears and take a sanitized finger and shove it in your ass.
Yeah. Keep
Ev-
going on. I think I forgot the rest.
Bert's sitting
Yeah, I
there.
remember
He's
hearing about this
yeah,
in elementary school.
he's sitting there with his fingers on his ass. He's like, okay, now what?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep going.
So
This is getting uncomfortable.
every time I have an opportunity to say that nice sanitized finger, I take that opportunity. But anyways, if you plug your ears, hold your breath, and drink water for like 30 seconds, apparently it works. And I've done it and it works a lot, but it's hard to hold your breath, plug your ears, and use a drinking fountain at the same time. And
Yeah.
30
Just pressing with your
seconds.
elbow,
Yeah.
making a scene.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. So just wait. So 30 seconds is a long time. I'm not kidding. I thought I was going to fucking drown. I'm
Yeah.
like bent over, plugging my ears, holding my breath, using my elbow to push down on the water, and the water was coming out hot. It was coming out
Oh God.
fast. It was spraying all over my face. It was getting all over the floor, and I just kept chugging. I didn't give a shit. Fucking drowning in the goddamn drinking fountain. But finally, they went away, and there's a puddle of water on the floor and everything. And I just leave it and go back to class. And I felt very proud of myself that I got rid of them horrors. And um, so I go back to class, and class is fine, and it ends, and I go to the next class, and I sit down, and class starts, and everything, and the hiccups start again out of fucking nowhere.
Oh God.
They just started again, and I couldn't believe it. I was just so shocked, and they were back. They were the same, child molester moans every 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just every time, I would just leave my chair and smack my ass against the seat every time I hiccup. They were so goddamn powerful. And the funny thing is I have the same professor back to back, so he's probably thinking, does this
Oh my
cocksucker
God.
have the hiccups again? What the fuck?
Yeah.
So, but these ones weren't too big to write home about. I went home. I went back to the drinking fountain, did the same thing, drowned myself, um,
Mm-hmm.
in the same in the drinking fountain, in the toilet bowl. Gotta
Yeah.
punish
You're
my
so
body
sort of
for this shit.
motherfucker.
Teach you fucking not to get hiccups again. Yeah, you see that shit, motherfucker? Yeah, I know it tastes
Yeah, dude. I
bad.
was thinking it's like you're, it's like you're fucking possessed by something. You're just trying to exorcist it out.
I was like getting hit and like punching myself in the chest. I'm like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out! Come on.
Yeah.
Uh, they
Exactly.
probably thought I was fucking, yeah, like you said, possessed or some shit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so anyways, I get him out the second time, and I actually had a date this night too, and um, this girl and we were talking for a while, and we decided that we wanted to go on a date. And we were talking really well. Uh, she said something that her parents are going to be out of town. They're going to be like in Mexico, so out of the fucking country and shit. So
Hmm.
we were like, well, we got to hurry up and do this first date then, so we can maybe hang out at your place this weekend. And she was like,
Wink, wink.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And she's like, yeah, for sure, you know. So we moved our first date up to after my class and everything, and all excited to meet up with her and shit. And she comes over, and we go to Applebee's for late night apps because your boy Burger here is a college grad student, so only dates he takes women on is half off apps. Um,
Yeah, baby.
so we go to Applebee's, and I'm doing my little flirt game and everything. I'm working the magic. We're walking, and I'm trying to smile and giggle and make her happy, and the fucking hiccups came back right when I was walking into Applebee's.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
perfect timing.
I couldn't believe it, and I was just like, maybe I can play these off. Maybe I can just act like these aren't happening. They were just as bad, guys. I just started squeaking like a mouse again and everything. And these, I got like, it was like a double tap hiccups, like in, that you see in
Uh-huh.
Black Ops 2 or whatever, where it shoots two bullets instead of one. So it literally was like
Hmm.
like that. It was so fucking weird. And I remember saying, I don't, and I go, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these real quick. I'll be right back. Remember, this is the
I'm gonna
first.
go drown it.
I'm gonna go fucking drown myself in the
Yeah.
bathroom. And this girl
Wish
was
me
like
luck.
so little, and she's like short, skinny, tiny, and here she's going on this date with this fucking garbage can, dry heaving piece of shit. And I go in the bathroom, and that's when I pull out my phone and I text the only person I know that isn't doing absolutely anything with themselves, which was Bert.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
And I'm like, emergency hiccups are back.
Hmm.
And I'm just standing there at the urinal because there's some guy just shitting away in there. He's just shitting and shitting away. And I don't want to start pulling my little legendary maneuver here while someone's in there. So I
Oh yeah.
I wanted to wait a little bit, and I'm standing there at the urinal, and I pull out my phone trying to find all of these things and like hold your breath. I held my breath, hiccup. I was like, God damn it, motherfucker. So I went down to the next list. The next one said, hold your tongue out. So here I am at the urinal staring down at my phone, which probably looks like my dick that I'm staring at, with my tongue like
Hmm.
down on my chin, mouth just wide open. And I'm just like, and then I'll just do a real loud while I'm just pissing away. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And finally, the guy gets out of the stall and it goes and, takes another 2 minutes to wash his hands. He must have had shit under his fingernails and everything. He was washing his hands for a while. And he leaves, and as soon as he leaves, I do my maneuver right there in the Applebee's sink. Bent right over, plugged my ears,
Fuck.
turned that on. I had like my mouth around the faucet. I probably got so much AIDS and gingivitis
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
cancer straight
Didn't
off of
matter
that.
though.
And I just slurped and slurped. And I remember staring at the mirror because you could see the door and the reflection. Like as soon as that bitch cracks open, I'm standing up like I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
And thankfully they went away right then and there. And then I went out and enjoyed myself for the rest of the date there. So that
My God.
that was it. But I remember like laying in bed that night, and the center of my chest was just so fucking painful.
Just all bruised
Yeah,
all over.
yeah. I probably hiccuped like a chunk of my chest out of place. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was,
You pulled some muscles.
it was terrible. So
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of wanted to tell that story while it was still fresh on my mind, but um, I have I I've been on a lot of dates. None of them are anything to really write home about. Some of them are, and I'll bring those up later. But um, I just get tired of talking about myself sometimes. So I figured, well, we might as well get Bert some stories here so he can tell. So maybe he can have a hiccup
Oh gosh.
situation. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, we can start highlighting them in here because
Mm-hmm.
you know they're bound to be just perfect every time. Like, I mean, given my last two situations,
Mm-hmm.
they're bound to be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So with this day and age, I mean, it's got to be through the dating sites because I don't see you meeting many girls through your program.
Yeah, going to the bar.
Yeah, you're not going to meet them through your program. You're just not going to go to the bar. I know you're not going to. So we
No,
gotta
probably not.
we gotta start off small. So what we need to do is did you end up deleting Tinder? I think you did, didn't you? Like,
Yeah, I don't have it right now.
okay. And you actually like deleted the account, right? You didn't just delete the app off your phone?
I forgot. I think I did something. I had it. Yeah, I probably did. I know I got rid of everything and like unlisted it and all that, so it doesn't pile up with, all the matches, of course.
Yeah.
Burn through all of it.
Yeah, so that's the first thing we got to do is just get the app on the phone. You can download it and you can hide it. You can put it in like the seventh page on your
Oh,
phone.
trust me, I did. Yeah, and I was not letting anybody find that. That
Yeah.
was funny. I was at Sprint. I was getting my phone checked over, and the guy's getting all my stuff put over, and this is when I had my shorter hair, and I looked like a nice little gentleman sitting up at the high tops at Sprint, because they're fucking weirdos over there. The guy's sitting there, going through, putting all my shit over on the other phone, and it stops. Of course, the one fucking app it had to get stuck on was Tinder, and I'm just sitting there, tapping my fingers on the desk, like, doo-doo-doo, as it's getting loaded over on the other
And
phone.
you're
It's
like,
like,
oh,
God
thank God it
damn
stopped on the child porn and not Tinder.
it. Yeah,
Phew.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Whew.
just your brother's cock, and you're like, gosh, I thought it was gonna be Tinder. Phew, that was a
Yeah,
close one.
exactly. Anything but that.
Yeah. So yeah, right now, you need to download the app. You don't even have to
Oh my
sign
God.
in or anything like that. Just right
It's just
now.
gonna be one step every episode,
Yeah.
slowly inching to the finish line.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna open it, and that's it.
Yeah. Just yeah, one
Yeah.
step at a time.
Yeah,
Gotta pace
I
ourselves.
delete Tinder on and off so much because like I'll keep it for like a week or two, get a ton of matches, start talking to people, have get these numbers, get these Snapchats and everything, and I'm all excited to have someone to talk to and be my friend, and then it just stops.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
I
my
hit a
favorite.
brick wall. Yeah, it's like I ran out of matches. So then I delete it and take a
Hmm.
break for a little bit, and then I go back on it again. So I literally just made one yesterday. So
Hmm. Yeah, it should be a nice little trove of good stories. Shitty experiences, good stories.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we will talk about pictures and stuff next time because that, my friend, is a beast in itself.
Hmm.
Knowing how photogenic you are and everything.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, sometimes, I'm going up for a selfie and it looks like I'm all fucking cross-eyed. I'm like, better luck next week.
Yeah, you thought you had a filter on, but you didn't.
No, guess I actually just look like a monster. No big deal.
Yeah, so, all right, can you confirm to the audience that the app is somewhere on your phone?
It is currently hidden away. Yes.
Per-
Well,
Perfect.
yeah.
He's got it under like completely useless stuff,
Yeah.
like it's just right next to his camera or something like that.
Yeah, just hidden under the clock. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Yep. So that's our New Year's resolution, guys. Get Bert a date, and we'll have to fill everybody in on that next time. So,
Mm-hmm.
stay
Good old
tuned.
progress reports.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. I know that you uh, brought some stories that you wanted to talk about. So, did you have anything real particular that you wanted to talk about? We got some time left still, so we're about an
Mm-hmm.
hour into this recording. So,
Well, I didn't look over any of them too much, so we're all going to be going into this blind.
okay,
But the titles alone were pretty spectacular.
okay,
So, the best website on the internet, you know, Pornhub, of course, um, gets
yep,
sued by a deaf man because there aren't enough closed captions in their videos. So
okay.
I don't even know if we need to read through this, but just knowing that we have that, we know
So
that it's real, you know?
he's he's actually upset to the point where he wants to sue somebody over this.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm with this guy.
Yeah, Bert's the guy.
Oh my god, what is this? Hot step aunt babysits disobedient nephew. The sexy cop gets witness to talk, and Daddy 4K Allison. Okay, that's probably enough of that.
You told me you
Um,
weren't going to go through our chat logs.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
I
close the
had that the
bookmark
other
tab
day,
real
like
quick.
yesterday, I think it was. I was sitting on my couch and I went to pull up the internet to look at the 49ers and Packers game, and my old browser was up, and it was like big titty milf. I'm like, oh come on.
Oh, it's not supposed to be there.
I was like, post nut, dude. It's quite embarrassing. Big titty milf.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, if I saw that, I'd just laugh at it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but no.
Big
So
uh-oh.
a deaf guy sues for not having. I I feel like the audio isn't very important to nutting though.
And then, you're looking at it, like, how would they even explain that at the bottom of the screen? It's just like, nut noise, dude moans. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
nut
this is
noise.
exactly what I was looking for. Thanks, Pornhub.
Nut
Like, what
noise.
the fuck? Yeah, exactly.
Um, but yeah, but I shouldn't say like I don't think sound's important in porn because like I also don't think feet are important either. But people apparently want to see those, so
Yeah. Hey, yeah, freaking weirdos, am I
I don't think
right?
gaping assholes with fists in them are important to see either. But to each their own, I suppose.
Yeah, can't knock it till you try it.
Mm, yeah. That's why I'm knocking
Yeah,
it.
I suppose. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. All right.
But
What
yeah,
else?
so
What
that was a
else?
good one.
What else? We got like news in
Oh
five
gosh,
here. 5 minutes of news.
I know exactly. Yeah.
Fly through it.
So, um, oh gosh. So when I read this one, this was also another good. So I'm assuming, we're probably gonna workshop it, but the titles alone sometimes are just enough, because like this gets dense going through a podcast and you just hear people reading off stupid shit.
Yep.
But TMZ, okay, the
Mm-hmm.
best TV
Very
channel on
reliable.
cable. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Reliable for shitty TV and then the occasional gem like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so on Naked and Afraid, some sick fuck ate a dead baby dolphin and he's being investigated, I guess, for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with eating dead baby dolphins, but
You know, I I don't see a problem in that.
no,
I really
no, I mean,
don't.
it's already dead. Oh my god. Yeah, and he's just, he's sitting out here with the George Foreman. He's got his fillet knife out and just this questionable substance sitting on the grill.
Does he really have a George Foreman out there?
I think so. I
So
seen the
he can't
colors. I
find
think
any
that's a George Foreman.
clothes. He can't find
No,
clothes, but they got George Foreman's out in the jungle.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
he's got a setup. He's got a little portable setup. Looks like he has some sort of a. Oh, it's probably some frying mix or mustard or something. I don't know. But dude, yeah, he's cutting into and eating the dolphin.
Just
Like,
sitting there
not
cocking
all.
balls out.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't say that. They don't say what kind of shit he did to it before they turn the cameras on. But there's. It's like, oh, really, man? You
I,
couldn't have just, I don't know, thrown it back in the water or something. I don't
but
know.
he's on a survival show. It's like people don't give shit
This
to his
motherfucker, there's
grills.
no way. No, I think this is after the show. I think he's a star from Naked and Afraid. He's wearing some pretty high tech shit. This is like almost Uncle Scott level of fashion. He's got the board shorts, nice white shirt, little sun hat.
Okay, I guess I gotta
Dude,
look into it a little bit. Where is this? Let me see where this guy looks at. Where'd you put it at?
it's at the bottom of the memes chat. Of course, perfect place to put it.
Okay.
It's fucking goober.
Okay, because all I saw was naked and afraid survivalist eating dead baby, and I'm like, oh, that would be a good one to talk about. Bert found a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, eating dead baby. Yeah, no, it is still in the mammal family, so it's pretty fucked, but it is yeah, it is a dolphin,
I
unfortunately.
aren't cows in the mammal family too?
I wouldn't look into it. Dolphins are supposed to be smart or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so he didn't. Yeah, so to clear up the story, he didn't eat it on the show. It looks like he's just being a
yeah.
cunt.
Yeah, no. He's definitely I don't know. It isn't the most high tech. It's not a Gordon Ramsay level tutorial on how to cook and eat dead baby dolphin, but it looks like he tried his best. He's got the frying batter ready and a little looks like a 2 liter of Coke maybe. I can't tell, but this fucker was ready. He
Yeah,
knew what he was doing. This was
yeah.
not his first rodeo.
I thought you. Oh shit! I see.
Oh, it says he reached into its body and tore out its heart. Oh my fucking
It's
god.
kind of a badass now, dude.
I know. Oh my god.
See,
You
this
hear about
guy.
that
This guy just does
hunter
whatever
thing,
he
but
wants with his life. It sounds like he would sue Pornhub if they didn't have closed captionings in his on their videos.
yeah, or if they didn't have animal porn on their website. Yeah.
Exactly, but no, I'm looking at this picture here, and it's a baby dolphin. This sucker's like 2-3 feet long. Like I thought it was like maybe
Yep.
like 6 inches. I don't know, like a little fish or something. No, this is a big ass dolphin for a
He just
baby.
he's just tearing it out of the sand.
Yeah.
It's all fucking dirty and shit.
Okay.
This guy
Yeah.
does not give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I thought like it was on the show when he ate the
That'd
dead
be pretty
baby.
badass. I'm doing whatever I can to win, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So when you told me that, I was like, I don't see anything wrong with it. But if it's after the
Yeah.
show,
Nope. He literally just did it for fun.
yeah, he's just being
There's
a
probably
cunt.
McDonald's around the fucking corner.
Yeah, he's serving it up at a McDonald's. That's why it's kind of a big deal right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
God.
All
So yeah,
right.
that was a good one.
Yeah. Um, I think
And the other one, that one's weird.
before we wrap up, now would be a good time to jump into my random history
Oh yeah.
topic. Yeah, just to end on a high note.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, like I was telling you guys, I'm really big on um, random history and things like that. So um, I follow a bunch of YouTube channels that talk about weird things that have happened throughout time and weird things in the NFL and that happen in sports and things like that. I run a channel on iFunny that posts a bunch of random facts like the WTF facts and things like that. So I have like this huge arsenal of random facts and stories that I can tell. So um, throughout our time here at the BurtnBurger podcast, I kind of want to bring up stories that I find interesting. So um,
Hmm.
this is uh, this is one that I think is gonna be a banger. That when I was hearing it, I was just like, this is good. So allow me to start off this story for you. Um, Back in 1974, the Cleveland Indians decided to have a 10-cent beer night,
Okay.
and just a lot of things were going on at the time in Cleveland in 1974, and they decided that they wanted to, be special and really give back to the fans and have a 10-cent beer night for one of their baseball games. So typically only a few thousand people showed up to the game since the Indians were an ass team at the time. Um, so only a few thousand people normally showed up, but this time over 25,000 people showed up for 10-cent beer
Shit.
night. Yeah.
Okay.
So um, and things just kind of went insane very, very quickly. In the second inning, a middle aged woman flashed her breast to the crowd and tried to kiss the home umpire.
Oh,
This was
spectacular.
in the second inning. Now, for those of you that may be listening to this, might be 3 or 4 years old.
Hmm.
Baseball goes for 9 innings, so we are already starting off with people flashing their titties
Strong.
and kissing the
Hmm.
umpires. But that was just the fucking beginning. So the fourth inning had a fully nude man slide into second base and ran off, and he never got
Oh,
caught. Never got caught, just disappeared.
god damn.
Um, so I'm trying to think of this though. So they said that he was fully nude and he just
Uh-huh.
slid into second base.
He
And
might have got fucking
it,
turf burn on his cock.
yeah, I'm thinking he got it on his asshole.
He got it everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
He was stitching himself up that night.
yeah, and the I just love that he just disappeared. He never was caught
Never to
that
be
night.
seen.
Yeah. And apparently, so that was in the fourth inning, but the rule was that you could only go up and get 6 beers at a time.
At a time. Oh boy.
So you could go
Oh
up and
fuck.
get 6 more, and there was no limit. The only rule was you could only get 6 at a time, not 6 total.
You can hardly fucking take six at a time. Like, what the fuck? They
Yeah.
give him little carriers or something?
Yeah, exactly. So this whole entire stadium just got shit faced. They said that the concessions couldn't keep up, so they had the actual beer trucks line up in the parking lot and serve the beer
Oh my
straight
god.
out of the fucking trucks. So
Hmm.
I'm guessing it's like those huge like gasoline tankers with beer filled in it, and they're just filling it up.
Yeah, they're just stabbing it with taps, just draining it on all sides.
And they said that the only people that were handing out beer from the beer trucks were 2 teenage girls in skimpy tops. Yup.
Recipe for success.
So here we are. We have a stadium full of 25,000 people. Probably most of them are males in the
Hmm.
1970s. And there's these two teenage girls in skimpy tops handing them beer.
Hmm.
And this is all happening by fourth inning or so. and and they said that the girls ended up leaving and 10-cent beer night turned into free beer night.
Oh my
So
fucking
the
god.
girls just said, fuck this. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Worth no amount of money to get molested
I'm just
trying to
thinking
hang
of
out
like two
beer.
girls walking together holding hands while the fucking city of Cleveland is burning down.
Yeah. Oh my
So
god.
going on to the fifth inning, it had two guys jump on the infield and moon the outfielders, delaying the game. So
Oh
they
my
just
god.
go out there and they just start showing their ass to the outfield and to delay the game. And this is my favorite part, I think, of the whole night. So they delay the game because they had to go out and shove their ass in everyone's face. And then
Hmm.
shortly after that happened, the Rangers, so it was the Indians versus the Rangers. The
Okay.
Rangers managers went on the field to talk to his pitcher. And the fans were pissed that
Oh my
he
god.
was delaying the game. So they started throwing shit on the field.
Oh my god.
And then the manager blew the crowd kisses on his way back, in which fireworks were set off in the Rangers dugout.
Oh my god. Oh my
So
god.
the Indians fans jump out and shove their ass like, yeah, fuck you guys and everything like that. And then the manager of the other team actually tries to talk, like do actual baseball shit. And like, come on, hurry up, you're delaying the game, you asshole. And he blew him a kiss. He blew him a
Hmm.
kiss. And so then he set fireworks off in the dugout.
God damn. I hope they weren't big, dude.
Oh yeah, they were probably
My god.
fucking New Year's Eve
Those
fireworks.
big
Just
crackers.
blew off the
Yeah.
goddamn roof. They on the speakers, like the intercoms or whatever, they said don't throw stuff on the field, in which the field was then showered with more litter. No announcements were made after that. Like, hey guys, stop throwing shit on the floor, please. You just see more shit being thrown. They're like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
And on top of all of this, only 50 security officers were hired to work 10-cent beer night of over 25,000 people in attendance.
That was genius.
Yep. 50 security officers to secure a 25,000 person attendance. That's just okay.
Yeah, that's like 1 to 2,500 people.
Yeah.
You're
All right, see
fucked.
this 2,500? You got them, Steve. Hey, Earl, you got that
Yeah.
2,500.
Yeah.
One of the players guessed that he had about 20 pounds of hot dogs thrown at him.
Oh my god. Free dinner, dude.
Exactly. So many streakers were on the field that the security guards gave up in trying to stop them. Fans also were stealing, padding off the walls, and bases were being stolen while the game was taking
Oh
place.
my god.
So the game was going
Dude.
on while streakers were just running around. Fans were just tearing shit off the wall.
Oh my god. I thought you were gonna say earlier when the Rangers coach was going out to the pitcher, just telling him to fucking start making it rain. Just start whipping balls at people.
Yeah, no, the
That would have
players
been
fight
great.
back here. Don't worry, you'll
Oh
you'll
my
hear
god.
that story.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
but yeah, so like while this is happening, like streakers are running around, walls are being torn down. It's a great time. The best part is the Indians had
Mhm.
a comeback in the ninth inning, and this is okay. So yeah, so they had a comeback to make the game interesting. At least it's not like it was a blowout
Mhm.
or anything. They had a comeback in the ninth inning, and then this is when a fan got on the field and tried to take a Rangers player's hat. But from the dugout, it looked like the fan was attacking the player, so the Rangers dugout retaliated. And then,
Oh shit.
yep. So then, a sea of fans come onto the field to fight the Rangers, in which Indian players grabbed their own baseball bats to defend the players from their own fans.
Oh my god. This is a proper fucking mosh pit,
I
dude.
know. So
Oh my
that is
god.
insane that they go to take his hat. So then the dugout runs onto the field. The audience sees the dugout running on the field. So then they run on the field. And then the Indians are like, shit. And they grab the bats and then they're running on the field to team up with the Rangers to fight off their own fans.
Oh, beautiful.
People were getting hit with bats. Umpires were getting hit with chairs. The SWAT team had to come in with tear gas
Oh my
to
god.
clear everything up, all while Take Me Out to the Ball Game was playing on the speakers.
Oh my god. That guy deserves an award. Oh my god.
So just
Holy
imagine
shit.
like thousands of people on the field just getting hit with bats and chairs and punched and just cleated and everything while Take Me Out to the Ball Game is playing.
Hell yeah.
And then, like I said, the SWAT came up. SWAT came out and fixed everything. The game was forfeited to the Rangers, so the Rangers ended up winning. 60,000 beers were consumed
Oh,
amongst
that's nasty.
25,000 people. 60,000 were consumed, and
That's
only 9 people were arrested.
now is that because everybody got away?
I don't
Probably didn't bring
know.
enough cops.
I wanna. Can you imagine being one of the 9? You're like, are you
Oh, you'd
fucking
be so pissed.
kidding me?
Watching everybody else's fucking run for the hills. Your stupid slow ass got caught by the
Your
fucking
stupid
cops.
naked ass with fucking a baseball between your ass cheeks is laying there with handcuffs on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. So yeah, friends, that is why 10-cent beer night was a bad idea.
My god, that's terrible.
Oh shit. So yeah, so those are the kind of stories that I would like to bring to the podcast. Make sure you guys let us know
Yeah.
what you thought of that story and other topics like that, so we can kind of start formulating some stuff a little bit more. Uh, and I definitely when I bring my own like weird history, random history kind of thing to the table, I'll make sure I do some research so I have you know a well-rounded view of it so I can talk about it for a minute or two.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, how do you think the first episode went, Bert? Good, bad, terrible? Delete it. Act like we never recorded.
Well, I think it could have been significantly worse.
I think it could have been significantly better, but yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you can only go up from here, I suppose.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but it's fun. So Bert and I, like I say, we hang out. We literally talk every single day, and we hang out all the time. So one time, somebody
Mhm.
told us that they really enjoyed us together, like just hanging out with us, and we were entertaining and funny and things like that. And like, you know what, we might be able to turn that into something someday. So
No.
um, what we're doing right now is literally no different than what we do every other day, except we'll be playing Xbox. But we will have the
Mhm.
exact same kind of conversations as we're having now. So
Yeah, it's been tough the past few weeks, or at least since we've confirmed we were gonna do this, trying to hold everything back, just giving each other little teasers about what we can talk about.
yeah,
It's so
Bert kept
tough.
inserting the tip of his wiener in me, saying, "Just wait
Yeah,
for the podcast," and then he'd kiss my ear.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been tough.
Yeah, so but yeah, so let us know what you guys think of this. Like Bert said, it can only go up from here. So
Mhm.
up as in everything and quality and content and logo because I still don't know what our fucking logo looks like as of this. I
I don't know what
I
you're talking
it
about.
hope Bert was supposed to make a logo and have it be done by now, and I still have no idea what the fucking thing looks like. So, uh,
Oh, it's amazing. It's better than you could ever imagine.
yeah, because by the time
Yeah.
the audience hears this, the logo's going to be done. So
Mm-hmm.
they're probably like, I wonder if they're ever going to talk about that shitty fucking logo at all.
Yeah.
But
You better not. I fucking made it, dude. So much blood, sweat, and tears.
yeah, that's what they're probably saying. It looks like you got that on the fucking paper while you were drawing
Yeah,
it.
I was about to say, yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, nothing's set in stone as of now. The only thing that's set in stone is we want to at least get you guys a weekly podcast up every week. So,
yeah.
uh,
Should be around Wednesday night, Thursday. It's supposed to be uploaded on Wednesday, so.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's going to be like Wednesday at 7, Wednesdays or 8 or something like that. So we can't promise a
Yeah.
lot of things, but we can promise that we will have a podcast every Wednesday for you at some
Mm-hmm.
point. So be sure to
Yeah.
let us know how you think everything went. And I think that's pretty much all we got for you this time around.
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. It was fun. Well, Mr. Burt, I guess I will see you probably in 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
To re-
Yeah, give or take.
to recap about how good or how bad this went. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys, thanks again for listening. We will see you next time.
Yes. See ya.